Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle. I have a man that's always left speechless of the incredible cars that he looks at. Karim Luxury, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And what do you think of the place?
Amazing. I love it.
That's it, just one word?
Yes, amazing. What else? I told you that everything what you did here, seriously, is like the next level. Professional in each way. Each corner, wherever you look, has some specific way to continue the business properly. Seriously, I love it.
And this is only a small sample of what we have on offer, because I haven't shown you the yard yet. The yard, we've got over 300 more cars, plus a few other services that are part of the package as well, because here at dubizzle Cars, we aim to make things as easy as possible and take the stress out of buying and selling a used car in the market here.
Nice. Yeah.
So what's your favorite feature so far that you've seen here? What's the one that's really stuck out to you?
The checkpoint.
Okay.
Yeah. One. And the second, the way how you literally park the cars so perfectly between each other. There is enough space even to open doors, at least. In some places you don't see it. Right? And the photo booth, I love it.
Yeah, I know what you mean about the door opening thing. A lot of showrooms, they like to park very close to one another. And it's, especially when you get to the more luxurious cars, when you know this better than anyone else does, the last thing you want to do is when you're opening the door of a Rolls Royce or a high-end BMW or Audi or anything like that, you don't want to have to like creak your way in, you know? You want to be able to have as much space as possible.
Exactly. As a client, you want to really check how the car really is. You don't want to squeeze yourself to enter a car, right? So anyway, I know that most of the places, showrooms, whatever, they are ready to bring the car out even for you for a test drive as well. But I mean, inside the showroom, if you want to jump from a car to another one, at least you want to have enough space to open the door, check the car properly, even from all the angles, no angle hidden. Who knows, maybe because it's a used car, you know, sometimes some scratches or some dents, you will not be able to see it if the car is next to another one.
Yeah,
right?
and I mean, we don't keep a lot of cars inside here because we want to keep volume low inside.
Noticed.
So that if you want to test drive a car that's behind, you don't have to move like 15 cars. You just move the one that's in front of you and off you go for a test drive.
So we'll check the yard also with the 300.
Sure, if you want to check it out after this, I'm more than happy to take you down there. All right, let's do it. Let's check it out. So we chose this car behind us here. So this is a 750 Li.
Yeah.
Now, these things always get me because they are so incredibly luxurious. It's like, I want to say it's like a house on four wheels, essentially.
You know, I love it.
It's, you know, technology in cars and just the way cars are nowadays are just so impressive. The key for one is always something that gets me as well, that massive key fob that you get, that you can actually drive the car from the key. I'm not talking that you can drive it on the highway like a remote car, but no, you could actually drive it backwards and forwards to make parking easier.
Again, the same issue what we are talking about. If the car was parked between two different cars and you cannot squeeze yourself to it, well, you just push the car a little bit to the front. So one of the features what it has.
Makes it so much easier, right?
Sure.
So you've seen a lot of luxury cars in the past, I want to say like 9 years or something like that, right? You've seen a lot, you know, and you've been doing this for a long time as well. What is the most luxurious car that you've ever seen?
That's a weird question. Let's see. Seriously, I can't remember, but let's say production cars, okay? Without now remembering what other cars which are like custom made. I'm sure there is so many, I cannot even count them. But production cars, what I'm in love with, and I think they are like leading. They are in the pinnacle. I think you have to know it as well, and you know what I'm talking about. The Phantom from Rolls Royce is different.
Is it a clear winner?
Rolls Royce Phantom is a clear winner for me. Even seriously, I don't mind even driving the car, not only sitting in the back. Driving the car is next level.
I'm
not doing advertisement or something, but I'm just saying the truth, seriously.
It's a shame we don't have one here and like to actually drive one. I've never actually driven one.
You told me tomorrow you are receiving one.
Did we? Yeah, we definitely. We're getting that Phantom just for you to come in. So that's the most luxurious car you've seen. What's the best car that you've created content with so far?
Best?
Yeah.
For the content, you mean?
Yeah. Because you do a lot, and most of it is, I mean, we'll get to it later on.
I'm weak for the Bugatti Chiron. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Chiron
what is it about it?
Don't tell me now about the interior, how it looks, and some people ask like why the car doesn't have, for example, like a big display or something like that.
It doesn't need it.
Come on, not only this doesn't need. There is a thing about Bugatti that a lot of people they don't know. They want the cars to be timeless. They want them to look timeless even after 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
So if you put a display inside the car, by the way, however, this display is like up to date. Trust me, any display after 5 to 10 years will look really bad because technology is going. So if you go back like 10 years back, how a display inside the car, how was it looking? So that's why Bugatti want to avoid. Yeah. So in my opinion, the car is flawless.
Also, if you're going 300 kilometers an hour, I don't think you really need a GPS system because it'd be hard to stop and turn. You know, when the car says, "Oh, turn right in 100 meters," you're gonna have to slow down a lot.
Without talking about things like this, seriously, you really want to buy a car like this to go navigate with it, or to really
Exactly.
enjoy.
You're enjoying the car. You're feeling the raw emotion of it. You know, that W16, that quad turbo.
And just to let you know something as well, there is a display even by the tachometer, by the speedometer as well. It's not like the car without any display at all.
And it's like, what? Is it the TFT screen, that little tiny one?
I don't know, but it's matching together with the car, so it's fine. Like, don't think the car doesn't have any technology. It's full of technologies, man, hidden. Yeah.
Well, it's still, I mean, for me personally, the Chiron is, you know,
there's many other as well, but I mean, Chiron, I love it, me personally, and W16 engine quad turbo.
Yeah, you're buying it for the power, you know, the history behind the car, you know, its legendary status. That's why you're buying a Chiron or anything that Bugatti makes, essentially.
Yes.
So now we got talking about before, because the content that you create is silent, really. You don't talk much, and from what you're telling me is that you're multilingual. You speak more than 3 languages, and you honestly, your content is very engaging, even though you don't talk. You know, but why? Why do you not talk? Especially when you speak in 4 languages.
Okay. I like to make it short and easy to understand. So, how many languages there is in the world? So many, and there is like, I don't know, over 200 countries, right? And sometimes in each country you can hear many languages. You know what I mean? Like, so the thing is, the language that everyone can understand is, first of all, body language, maybe, which I'm not doing a lot. But for example, if you do this, everyone will understand. But what I mean is, if you press a button on the side and then you notice that the door closed, people will understand that this door closed because of the button. There is no need to say it, right? So, and because the video or reel, whatever it is like 10 to 15 seconds, first of all, you don't have time to talk. Second, to let content go viral, everyone has to be understanding it, even without subtitle, whatever. So people will find it easy even to share. You know what I mean? That's why I like to make it short and easy to understand, and yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, I agree with you, especially if we look at here. We have 2 official languages. We have Arabic and English, and then we have probably anywhere between 30 to anywhere near to 100 different languages spoken. In dubizzle cars alone, I think there's at least 10 to 15 languages across most people that work here. In the office as a whole, there's probably about close to 30 to 40 different languages. So I agree with you 100%. It's much easier to engage with someone that they're not talking, you know, they're simply just pointing to things or pressing a button, or they're just panning over something, you know, just, it makes you see things something differently as well, because you're not waffling on about the navigation system, something that I tend to do a lot. I like to go on tangents and stuff like this, because that's just my thing. Yeah. But your content is simple and it's easy to understand, and it makes it great for all audiences, essentially.
By the way, yeah, thank you. But by the way, it's not even review. Review, to be honest with you have to talk. When you do review about a car, the video has to be like, I don't know, minimum 5 minutes in this case. What can you explain about a car in less than 5 minutes? So the thing is, what I show, I like to show maybe one to 3 features of a car in one short video. So it's not a review, it's just showing some features, something special about this car. What is, let's say, the unique selling points, USP, you know? Sometimes I show up to 5 unique selling points in a very short video. And this is what makes it, yeah.
So what would be the USPs of this behind us?
Oof. That's the question now, to be honest with you. If you check all my Instagram, I didn't do any single one.
You haven't done a single 750?
No.
So off the top of my...
And sorry to interrupt you. Sure, it's a luxurious car, but I tried to go a bit to a one over, so niche, niveau, whatever you want to call it. So Rolls-Royce, Bentleys, something like this. So Bentley and Rolls-Royce are on the pinnacle, sure, Maybach as well, when it comes to luxury cars. Plus some modified V-Class from the back, you know, these,
yes.
So many now.
Yeah.
Depends on which company is doing it. Some companies are really good in it, and they are really doing amazing finishing, and some I prefer to not do anything about it. Yeah. So what I mean is production cars from brands like Rolls-Royce and Bentley, sure, I can do it anytime. Sure, if it's something special as well. But mostly I do supercars, if you noticed.
Yeah.
And if it's a mix between a supercar and some luxury in it, like the finishing and the leather used, for example, the material used,
Well,
Even better.
I noticed that when you came in because the Taycan took your eye immediately.
You don't see it everywhere, by the way.
No, especially in that, guys, because that's the wagon version. That's even rarer than the sedan version.
For
is.
us, and yeah, exactly.
And I told you.
And you love it. You
Yeah,
are gonna buy it, right? For yourself.
I'd love to. Honestly, I would really love to. My biggest issue is that I cannot charge the car anyway because I live in an apartment. So charging is an issue for me. I can't throw the cable out the window. If I do, it's gonna be too hot. 9 months of the year.
Years, then it'll be.
Yeah. There you go. Once they introduce proper solar panels on the roof and that wireless charging in the floorboards, then I'll get an electric car.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's holding me back. But I mean, you've been here a long time, and well, you've obviously used dubizzle at some point in your life.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how you used dubizzle, and you used it in a very unique way, and it's the first I've actually heard of it before. I know myself, and I know a lot of people will look at cars, and they'll look at certain brands and see what's available, and see if there's anything rare or interesting here. But you do it to an extreme, which probably about a very small percentage of people will probably use the website for.
Okay.
And what is it?
So first, I love this platform, seriously. In my opinion, it's very professional and you find everything what you need. And it's not only about cars. I check everything by dubizzle. For me, it's like the way how to check any price, for example, of any product on internet. Okay, sure, you have other things, Google as well, blah, blah, but since you are in the UAE and I want to buy this product, for example, in the UAE, I check here as well. And you know, some things they are discontinued. So some individuals are selling that, so you can find something like this on dubizzle. You'll not find it anywhere else. So now if you go to cars, you have, I'm sure every time I check, you have over 20,000 cars like in the car section, is it right? So plus the heavy vehicles and everything else, boats. So when I want to check, and I told you this, I'm gonna say it again. Usually because I do only the high end, and let's say if I want to check what cars are available now in the market over 5 million dirhams, yeah, I go to dubizzle immediately, and I put the filter, and it shows me what cars are available. By the way, it's not showing you everything in the market, but at least it's giving you a hint, for example, about each showroom, what they currently have. Maybe they didn't post it yet on dubizzle, maybe soon, okay? But anyway, it's giving me an idea, each showroom, what they have currently available for sale.
So let me know in the comments below how you use dubizzle, and if you use dubizzle the same way Karim does, because this is the first I've ever heard someone use it. Pricing from highest to lowest. I mean, I usually look at it from lowest to highest.
Not even from highest to lowest. I just put the filter, for example, 3 million dirham up, because I don't think there is something over this, right? Minimum 3 million, that's what you can put, and then it will show you, yeah, that's what I remember.
Okay, I think we have the new way of searching, because you can actually type in now the way that you want to, the price that you want to put in. So you can put 3 million. You know what, let's check right now, because I think you can, if I remember correctly, unless you're speaking of the app, but let's just double check.
I think minimum is 3 million dirham, and then it will start showing you.
Let's go on the dubizzle app, because I've got it installed.
And after that, I go to
used
highest
cars.
source.
So we'll do all the used cars. Now let's go through the filters. And let's see, price minimum. You said 3 million.
I think so. I remember 3 million.
I think you could put a higher minimum price if you want.
Yeah?
Yeah, it allows you to do that.
Okay, good to know.
And the first thing that popped up was a Phantom. Very nice. Mm-hmm. It's red as well. Okay, I'm getting distracted now. I'm getting carried away, because I'm going to start doing this now too.
Yeah.
So besides cars...
So that's why, sorry, again, that's why I didn't speak now about it. You told me about the unique selling points. Leave it for, I don't know. For yourself, you will tell me now.
Yeah, so this is a long wheelbase version.
So that's what I want to start actually with. So since it's long wheel version, and then if you have a driver, for example, and you can imagine how much legroom you have in the back.
Exactly. Much more, a lot of legroom, just like we have here.
A lot of people are traveling between Dubai and Abu Dhabi maybe on a daily basis. So I think this is a perfect car for them.
Yeah. And this is I want to say it's the 4-seater version.
If they have a driver, that's what I mean. So they will be sitting in the back, enjoying life, and yeah, it's 1.5 hours maybe maximum. But you reach so comfortably.
Yeah. I mean, that's
so many other things now. BMW is BMW. I think they don't need even anything to talk about. It's what is their motto? Joy of driving. Something related to the joy of driving.
Yeah, joy to drive or something. I think.
Like yeah.
It is, because they're great to drive, to be honest.
BMW is different, and you know, since BMW and Rolls-Royce, it's one company, so there is a lot of common things also between let's say the 760 is sharing the same engine with the Ghost and Wraith, the old one.
It has the V12.
Not only V12, we are talking about 6.6 liter, if I'm not mistaken. V12 twin turbo, 6.6 liter.
6.75 if you want to be accurate about it.
6.75. I remember the Phantom.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Now I need to double check. But anyway, it's the same engine.
Yeah.
And
it'll be similar underpinnings as well, because they'll share a lot in common.
A lot of things are in.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Karim, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. It's a pleasure to see you. And I did hear that you wanted to sell your car. So if you do need to sell it the easy way, you know where to come.
Sure.
This is the place to be.
You have my word, seriously. I'm not joking.
I'll be waiting.
I have it since 7 years, but now I'm going to sell it.
Okay. I'll be waiting for you at the front door with open arms to embrace you when you come. And I'll probably be embracing your car as well because I have a soft spot for the F-Type. But thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.